At the moment, Cannes is the epicenter of glitter and glamour. The 69th edition of the Cannes Film Festival is halfway through, and yet again, plenty of stars shone on the red carpet. One movie that premiered there is Loving, a heavy drama that's based on true events. It tells the story of an interracial couple who got married in 1958. For this act of love, they got sent to jail.
This movie was very special, and it was very special because of how quiet and meditative and simple things were. And I think the guide to it was the truth. The guide of the film was what really happened, and it's there. The information is there. We had access to footage of the couple and family members. Jeff had constructed a screenplay that was about the small building blocks of the truth that led to an accumulative effect that I think is at the same time triumphant and very shameful. You know, that you celebrate something, some struggle that shouldn't have had to exist.
Robert De Niro is one of the biggest movie stars of all time, and he too was present at the film fest. Not only was he honoured for all his work, he also promoted his latest film, Hands of Stone.
I've trained more world champs than anyone else in boxing history. In 66 seconds, Roberto Duran changed my life.
And from legendary actor De Niro, we move on to a legendary director, namely Steven Spielberg. Yesterday, we saw him at the press conference of his new film, The BFG, and now we got to meet him and his cast for a private one-on-one interview. For his latest project, he went back to the sort of films he's famous for.
As I've gotten older, I've gotten more attracted to stories that are true stories, or stories that are inspired by true events. Because of that, I've gotten further and further away from the stuff that first got me to be a movie maker, which is the stuff that dreams are made of. And so BFG for me was a complete, not a return or a reinvention, but it was a return to being able to use my imagination in any way I wanted to without being constrained by the facts of a historical subject. And so I was able to just go wild in creating this world and telling the story.
The girls say the witching hour arrives at midnight. I think it comes at 3 in the morning, when I'm the only one left awake, like now.
The BFG is aimed at children, so not surprisingly, the protagonist is a kid herself as well. The 11-year-old Ruby Barnhill plays the lead and had a blast making the film.
Towards the end of the film, I really started missing my family and my friends, and it's I had such an amazing time, and I want to be a director myself. After doing the film, I think now I've had my taste of kind of being an actress, I'd like to maybe be a director when I'm older.
Will you hire me if you're a director?
Yes,
You'll give me a job?
Yeah, I'll give you a job, definitely.
While the BFG has just gotten a premiere and a screening in Cannes, it still takes at least a month before it hits regular theatres. No worries though, as there are plenty more films coming up, so stay tuned as tomorrow we've got fresh reports from another day at the Cannes Film Festival.